What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ariana Brielle and I help women and moms just step into the best version of themselves. The hottest, fittest, confident, most sexiest version of themselves, not just fit physically but emotionally, financially, mentally. And in today's video I want to talk about how to get over a guy. This could be a relationship, this could have been a long-term relationship, but either way, if you're here watching this video, it's because something has ended and you want to start to feel better after this ending. You know, I've had my fair share of, actually not really, I've had like 3 breakups. I've only really had like 3 real relationships in my life, but each time it ended. No, but you know, each time I had to learn to rebuild myself and my identity after getting out of that relationship. So the first thing that I had to do was I had to stop pretending that I was fine when I knew I wasn't. Okay? It's okay to be sad. You're gonna be sad, you're gonna think of these memories, but that is what these steps I'm about to tell you are for. Okay? Now, I will never forget my very first college heartbreak. I read this book called A Breakup Because It's Broken. And that book really helped me get over that first major heartbreak, and it's helped me, you know, even to this day, because I'm about to tell you guys some things that I learned from that book, okay? But the first thing that you have to stop doing is stop romanticizing what was. A lot of times we think we miss him, but the truth is that we don't miss him, we just miss how he made us feel sometimes. We miss the idea of what could have been. So in order to stop romanticizing, you're going to take out a journal and you're going to write down a list of what you liked about this person, what you liked about this relationship, what hurt you about this person, what hurt you about this relationship. And then you're going to make a list of the things that you tolerated that you know you shouldn't have. And why did you tolerate these things? For example, were they disrespectful and mean to you and hurting your feelings, and you accepted it because you felt like, oh, they could change, or I felt this was as good as it's going to get, whatever that reason may be. You're going to write it down, and when you read the full list, your brain is going to start editing this story in your mind where you think, oh my gosh, I love him and he was the best, I'm never going to get over him. No, because when you write down all of these things, you're going to see it for what it really was. Again, it's a breakup because it's broken. The second thing, and this is one of the hardest parts, is you have to cut all of the invisible ties. You're not going to heal if you're still checking his social media, you're still rereading old messages, you're going through old photos, replaying all of those fun nights that you guys had. That's not curiosity, that's self-harm in a slow way. So mute them, unfollow them, archive the messages, whatever you have to do. Don't keep reopening this wound and pouring salt in it. And this isn't a forever thing, it's just until your nervous system is back to a place where you're calm and not getting worked up over these things. The next thing you have to do is you have to let yourself grieve without judging yourself for it. Getting over someone is always a loss on both sides, unless it's not. Getting over someone is gonna be a loss. Even if it wasn't your person, you're allowed to miss him and still know that that's not the person for you. Both of these things can be true at the same time. So crying about it doesn't mean that you're weak, it just means that you're human and you have emotions. It means that you're processing everything. The next thing that is so important is you have to detach from the fantasy, not just the person. As women, I don't care. When we get into relationships, we start, giving people our time and our energy. I mean, I don't know about other people, I can only speak for myself, but we're going to the grave. Okay, what do you think this is? This is not a game. We're together forever over here. So sometimes you have to ask yourself, if you're getting over this person, who did I hope he would become? What was I waiting for him to give me? Was it validation? Was it assurance? And also, what part of me felt chosen by him? It's that fantasy that actually is keeping you stuck, not the man. It's just like what's going on up here in your mind. Another super important thing that you have to do if you really want to get over this person in a healthy way is you have to fill the gap with intentionality. Yes, they left an emotional gap, an emotional void. There's a hole. You don't have the attention anymore. You don't have the intimacy anymore. You don't have the validation anymore. You don't have the routine anymore. So if you don't fill that gap on purpose, you're going to go back to him or you're going to go to another person. You have to fill the emotional gaps with movement, going on walks, going on a run, going to the gym. Fill it with creation, content planning, creating content, journaling, writing, planning what the next 6 months of your life are going to be like. And then if you do have a community, you can also fill it with community, with friends, people who know you, people who understand you and love you and support you. The next thing that is so important is you have to raise your standards instead of lowering your boundaries. The fastest way to get over a man is to realize he met you at a version of yourself that you're outgrowing. So you don't miss him. You've just been lonely at the edge of your next level. Lastly, you want to make sure that you give it time, okay? Time heals all things. So give it time, but don't be idle. Don't lay in the bed all day just crying and sobbing and thinking like that's the worst thing you can do, literally. Time will help heal you, but momentum is going to help you heal even faster. So do things that remind you of who you are. Get back into your body, your self-care routine. Look good, feel good, smell good. Get back into your purpose, into your routine, doing what makes you happy every single day and what you were born to do. You weren't born to cry and sob over a man. So as you get back into your routine, you get back into feeling like yourself again, and one day you'll realize you didn't get over them. You outgrew them.